Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki, this very special stream for the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus and midterm election night in the United States. I'm so glad you're here with me. If you are new here, welcome in. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are watching this on the replay in the future, hello from the past, go ahead and make yourselves welcome. I'm so happy to have you. Excuse me. If you are here live, go ahead and click that live chat button and make any request for your healing that you would like to. It can be general or specific, and you can request specific crystals or let me choose them for you. We will start off our evening with building a beautiful crystal grid to the request of everyone who is here. And after that, I will briefly explain what Reiki is and a little of what to expect, and then we'll transition into the energy sending part of the evening, where I will turn the music up, turn the lights down, and send healing to you wherever and whenever you happen to be. So yeah, let's dive on in. Let's see how everybody's doing. This energy is bonkers. If you are trying to make sense of it, or if you're not quite sure what all of this means, go ahead and check out my playlist for tarot for all 12 signs for the month of November, especially the overview video. The overview video goes into all of the relevant astrology, including what's going on today and why you might feel really tired or really sort of short-tempered or just sort of surrounded by chaos. It'll all be explained there. And you can also check out the tarot cards for your sun, moon, and rising signs if you wish. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into some healing. And let's see. What do we have? I put out a few crystals for us to start. So welcome in, welcome in. Oh, good to see so many folks coming in. Yeah, I just announced this stream this morning, and I'm so happy to see that this really resonated with so many of you. So we're starting off with our usual copper. This helps to optimize the flow of energy and break up any blockages. We're sticking with jade. We've been sticking with this for a little while because it brings prosperity, good fortune on all levels, and that really has supported the request of so many of you. It seems really on point right now. For today being the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, this is a very potent day. Also, this full moon eclipse in Taurus, because it's a lunar eclipse is always on a full moon, but it was also exactly conjunct Uranus, which was our only real saving grace there is that it was in retrograde. So it's a lot. Uranus energy is intense. It's a lot to kind of handle. So I actually have a couple other crystals I want to throw in for us there. But I have shungite for us. This helps with physical recovery and tissue repair, but it also helps to relieve stress and clear our energy field. So as much as there is just a lot of stressful, anxious, pent-up energy in the air, this can help us kind of release as much of it as possible. And it also shields from geomagnetic stress and electromagnetic stress too. Particularly wiped out today. Yeah. Yeah, you're not kidding. Woof. Green calcite, which is just excellent for anything having to do with anxiety, stress. It helps invite a lovely sense of calmness, helps to bring a lightness, and just lifts the mood. We also have moonstone, excellent for anything having to do with lunar cycles. It can help us kind of move with the ebb and flow of the energy at that time. So that's what we have kind of anchoring our grid today. And yeah, let's go. Yeah, absolutely. Dreams have been bonkers, mine too. So let's go ahead and dive into everyone here. Well, I'm going to just fix my levels. Okay, there we go. Let me know if I'm either too loud or too soft. And so good to have you all. So who all do we have here today? We have Cora Carr. We have Belinda. We have Grace. Susan. Violet Integration, good to see you. Fiat Luna, good to see you too. JS, welcome back. Yeah, Susan, good to see you too. So much crazy energy right now. So let's dive right in. Healing intention is for a smoother life and more happiness. Absolutely. Green calcite can definitely help. I'm also going to bring in the joy stone. I'm going to bring in yellow calcite. This helps us to develop our sense of self, but also with embracing a certain sense of joy. Helps us to feel a little bit more optimistic about who we are, what our chances are, all that kind of good stuff. But ultimately, it just brings in a lot of happiness wherever it goes. It's like a ray of sunshine in any session. But yeah, it helps to cultivate a sense of self that's based on pride in who you are. So we'll bring that in. And let's see what else we have. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for the request. For Greg and Susan, who are here, at least Susan is. If Greg's here, hi Greg too. Vincent feeling worthy of financial abundance. Patty, return of the cat, and some joy of life. Absolutely. And support for your friend Amber with a pinched sciatic nerve. Absolutely. So let's go get ourselves some Amazonite. Amazonite can help with the spinal nerves, but really any kind of nerve pain, and also helps with the self-respect and self-care, especially for caregivers, those of us who want to just give and not receive anything back, and then being at a deficit, seeing that we need to take care of ourselves, and that we are important, we are of value, we're just as deserving of the energy we put out as the people we care for and the people we love. So this is a really important stone for all of those reasons, but excellent for nerve pain. It can also be really great for anything having to do with calming and with luck, like luck in winnings. Like if you're looking to luck out in any arena, or if you've put out a lot of job applications, it's not specifically with career, but if you're looking for a little bit of luck to help your hand, this can be the one too. So let's bring in Amazonite. And I'm glad that you are here. Let's see, for the return of Patty's cat, absolutely. And we'll keep going. I'm just going to keep jumping. Oh, and your mother for prosperity. Let's put some citrine out there. Citrine is in almost every grid we do because, I mean, why wouldn't it be? Helps with manifesting that financial abundance for sure, but also very balancing and very grounding in the same way. It helps to balance our logic with our intuition as much as it can help support us to call in that financial abundance, but not just financial abundance, it's resource abundance. So like whether it's real estate or whatever you're looking for to help kind of support your bottom line. I mean, there's nothing anti-spiritual about manifesting financial support. I mean, we need certain things to live. It's just what it is. And so this is some citrine to help bring in that abundance. I'm going to put it in the copper grid. There we go. And we'll keep going, and we'll keep kind of bumping around. There's some other good nerve pain ones I'm going to come back to. Clarity and prosperity, as well as peace. Prosperity, definitely jade. Clarity and the dreams. I feel like labradorite. This can help a lot with clarity. It also helps with quality of sleep, especially when intuitive or energetic factors are kind of getting in the way, like right now. It can assist with clairvoyance and getting messages that are important from spirit, but it can also help with making sense of things with study and research for sure, but with seeing sort of the fine details in things. So in that regard, it can provide some clarity, like in the logic end, but also being open to that clairvoyance can help us to get that clarity on the more spiritual side of things. So yeah, it can be very, very helpful. It can really help us when we're looking through a lot of data or trying to find the nitty-gritty details. So we'll bring in labradorite. Can really help with quality of sleep for sure. It's a very balancing, intuitive stone, much like citrine. So I hope that that helps. And peace. Yeah, we're going to bring in some more peace stones too. Agate. Belinda, which agate would you like? Hello, Vincent. Which agate would you like? I have tons. Is there a specific healing intention or anything like that? Yeah, this eclipse season is wild. Orange calcite, azurite, kunzite. I have pink kunzite. I do have azurite. And azurite is one I actually haven't worked with in a little bit. So I'm going to get us some insight from Philip Permut, one of my favorite crystal authors. Here is azurite, azure blue. Yep, there we go. So for now, we'll put this here. So he writes about azurite being helpful for intuitive abilities, helping express feelings and intuitive information, and to bring compassion and empathy. Wonderful. I've always known that it was related with like intuition and expressing intuitive messages, but I've not heard like also good for compassion and empathy. I really like that take. So let's go ahead. We have azurite. We do have pink kunzite. This is pink kunzite in with some other stones as well, but pink kunzite is definitely in there. My goodness, is this like a completely loving hug. It's like so many hugs to the heart center. It's a very delicate and gentle healer of the heart center, of everything emotional. I feel like it's when our emotions are very delicate, when we're very fragile, it can be just the perfect kind of essence to help us feel better in our heart center, whether it's not just heartache or heartbreak, but just vulnerability. And this is something that I often bring it into as well. Anytime someone is struggling to be more emotionally vulnerable and emotionally available, this can be a helpful stone. It's pretty too. So we'll bring that right there. Orange calcite, I have a huge piece of it, but let me see. I also have honey calcite. Actually, yeah, let's do, if you don't mind, let's do some honey calcite for now, because the other piece is quite large and it's actually in my other room, but I will bring it out so that next time you request it, we'll have it. Honey calcite is close to an orange calcite. Orange calcite relates very strongly to the sacral chakra, which is everything from how we relate to others, like on a communal sense, to like closer, more intimate relationships, as well as sexuality and creativity and fertility in a lot of ways. So I'm going to bring in a little honey calcite, which I think could be here, but I'm also going to bring in some carnelian. And carnelian, to me, I often use it alongside of orange calcite, or sometimes I'll interchange them. I feel like orange calcite's just a little bit more soft than carnelian, but they're both awesome. So this is carnelian. So yeah, definitely helps with the way we have relationships, the way we relate to each other, the space we hold for others, the space we allow to be held for us, creativity, harmony with others. This is a great stone for election night for sure. So let's bring this in, and I'm going to bring in honey calcite, which helps with exactly those things, but in addition, it also balances a lot of what we already mentioned for yellow calcite. So honey calcite helps to balance the solar plexus and the sacral chakra and everything that they embody. So solar plexus is your sense of self. Who am I? What are my needs? How do I, what do I want to bring forth into the world? And that is one above the how do I relate to others communal chakra. This helps with both of those things. Who am I and how can I show up in right action? It helps with both. So it helps with joy and warming with who you are. It helps with finding new ways to hold space for others and to have space held for us. So it can be really optimistic, especially in times of tumult or change. It can be a wonderful stone to help us look for things to be optimistic about when it otherwise can be really difficult to do that. So I hope that that helps in lieu of having orange calcite. But yeah, I feel like these are a good choice for today. And I'm glad that you are here, Belinda. Hey, Heart, how was being a poll worker, and did you do this twice? You're already done with your second shift? Hey, Chris, good to see you. Oof. So we got Korean. Okay, sunstone. Any agate with some druzy. Okay, well, we definitely have flower agate. I think I have just the thing. Yeah, really wiped out energy-wise. Monday, I had just a total no-bones day. I just laid down and slept a lot of the day. Joy, definitely yellow calcite. Energizing and grounding. So we used it this morning because energizing was something we needed then too. I'm going to bring in a little bit more bumblebee jasper. This can really help bring a burst of energy to getting things done, but also being proud of who you are, moving forward in the world. It's a very exciting kind of stone. It's a very enlivening stone. So if you're dealing with the sort of, I can't quite find the energy that I want to kind of move forward and motivate me, this can help. Let's make some space there. Also let's see if I have it here, some polychrome jasper. This can get us excited again about our soul's purpose and what our plans are for the future, what our goals are, especially after we've been stuck or sedentary. And this is polychrome jasper. So yeah, if you're looking for something to put in your workspace that helps you to get excited and get energized about your soul's purpose, polychrome jasper and or bumblebee jasper can be really helpful. There we go. We also have grounding, definitely. Let's see, there's so many good grounding stones. Let's bring in some red jasper to start. Red jasper helps to support and anchor the root chakra, which is aiming downward from the pelvis. That relates to everything that has to do with fear and safety, fight or flight, all of those good things. So it can be good for things like, a really acute trauma, whether it happened recently or if it's been kind of reactivated. It can also be helpful anytime that just like our mind and sort of our intuitive sense just has us not feeling as aware of the human needs around us. Red jasper can help us to kind of feel a little bit more in our bodies and in the present moment. So we have red jasper and sunstone. Sunstone helps to expand our vision of who we can be in a really big, bold way. So there's a lot of times when we are thinking about what's our future potential, we're goal setting and we're aiming towards something, but we limit ourselves without even realizing it because we've got this sort of antiquated version of ourselves. Sometimes it's held back by what other people have said of us, or we haven't seen the progress we've made, or maybe we don't have a whole lot of like self-respect or a good vision of ourselves. That can come from any number of things. But this helps us to see, like to get out of our own way and see our greater potential. So I really love it for that. Let's see, I'm going to bring you here and here. Oh yeah, polychrome jasper is great. I have a bunch of it anywhere that I do work around the house. Oh, thank you, Chris. Smoking cessation, low metabolism. Gotcha. For the spinal stenosis and back pain, definitely the Amazonite is out there. Chakra balancing, grounding, releasing energy, others' energy from us. Definitely shungite will help with that and feeling loved. Agate with some druzy. This actually does have some druzy. I don't know if you can totally see it. This is flower blossom agate, and we've been working with this the last few sessions since Cora Carr had me pick some birthday stones for her. And so flower blossom agate helps us to bloom and blossom into the next version of ourselves. Like it's this empowered and optimistic view of our personal evolution. And this particular specimen has what you see is like these holes here. That's called a vug, V-U-G. When the stone was forming, there was some kind of organic matter that was in the way. And so the stone just formed around it. It could have been water, it could have been tree, plant material, any number of things. But the stone formed around it, and whatever that material was stayed in place. And over time, that whatever that matter was broke down and, went away. And so it left this sort of hole or vug. Within that vug, some new crystals have started to form. So there's actually druzy inside of this flower blossom agate. And I feel like that helps with this whole like right where something is left or is no longer something new blossoming. So I feel like it goes along with this crystal for sure. I'm going to go ahead and put that right here at the top. There we go. I hope that helps. And we've got, let's do some Unakite for smoking cessation and metabolism. So Unakite, definitely, like I said, smoking cessation and metabolism, but also with the heart and circulation. It's often linked with that, as well as anything having to do with women's health. Anything. Whether it's hormones, it's changes within a woman's life, fertility, birth and delivery, any of those things. And we usually use, let's use the little stones. So this is Unakite. These are some larger specimens where you can kind of see it a little bit better. Sometimes it's more sort of peachy pink, and sometimes it's a little more green. Sometimes that green is a little darker, sometimes a little lighter. So here's a couple of specimens to take a good peek at. We're going to have a whole bunch of Unakite added to the website soon, probably this week. So, yay. There we go. So that's some Unakite. Oh, this is a really powerful grade. Let's do, I'm gonna put this here, this here. I think we're doing well. And let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, we could use a little more grounding energy, I feel. Let's also do a little bit more prosperity. Let's bring in some pyrite. This can help with, this also helps the body during Reiki and is very protective. It helps with intuition and psychic ability. It also calls in abundance. Pyrite is fool's gold, but yet it calls in real gold. So here's some pyrite. This is how it naturally forms. Put that on our prosperity centerpiece here. Let's just leave that there. Go. And I also wanted to bring in some dumortierite, which I feel like is a great stone for today. And reason being, it helps with a lot of anger and frustration and sort of pent up difficult feelings, but also helps with patience, which we are going to need to wait to see out a lot of these counts and recounts and things. It's also a stone that I equate a lot with Uranus energy. And as I said earlier, Uranus is conjunct this lunar eclipse that we had this morning in Taurus. It was exactly to the degree. So yeah, really intense. Really intense. So yeah, but also wonderful for some other stuff as well. Can be wonderful for standing up for yourself and for like standing your ground where it's appropriate. Can also help, believe it or not, with anything that seems hopeless, as well as getting tidy. I mean, it seems like random things at odd ends of the spectrum, but it really does kind of all bring those together. But it's often used too on a physical level for healing of tendons, ligaments, like those kinds of structures. So I'll bring this in. So there's our dumortierite. And I think we are about at that time where I have you all vote on a couple of stones. Oh, rose quartz, absolutely. And rose quartz is the stone we know and love so much for all the things that it does, but it is very high vibrational, spiritual, unconditional love. This can help us to let go of the other energies that we might be holding on to, and it can also help fill in any sort of emotional deficit in a way. If we feel just like emotionally empty, this can help fill in a lot of the gaps. Hanging around with it often helps us to start just allowing more unconditional love energy to come in, and prevents us from absorbing other lower energies because this is just such high vibration. Why not absorb this instead? Oh, I'm so glad the grid feels gorgeous so far. Let's see, where else can we put these? Let's put these in here. So I think we're at that time where I pick a couple of stones and you all vote on them. And then we get into the healing. So give me just a moment to pick a couple of stones for you to choose from. Chat amongst yourselves while I do. And let's see what feels like it could be here. Let's see. I think I have a couple of ideas. Okay. Looks earthy. Yeah, it feels earthy. Okay, so your options. And just saying, if you happen to be new, know that you are not limited to just one vote. The first is this combination piece of Barite, Cerussite, and Galena. These are all like lead and secondary ores of lead. Absolutely not for direct water infusions. Also, Bumblebee Jasper, not for direct water infusions either. It is, the one that they used is an embalming. Where is my brain today? Arsenic. It is arsenic. Yeah, don't put that in water and drink it, please. This either. Although, unfortunately, in Philly, a lot of our water pipes are still made of lead. That's still not good. We should not do that. The pinkish white, that's actually barite. That's white lead. And the darker graphite-looking pieces, that is galena. And the cerussite are the quartz-like looking clear pieces. These have an especially peaceful vibration, which is strange because lead can cause lead poisoning can actually cause people to act in the opposite. But Cerussite especially can help with calming, deep calming and balance and being in the present moment, and can aid meditation as well. The other is Aragonite. This is a type of calcite that has grown from mollusks, actually. And this is good for any kind of healing old wounds, clearing our energy centers. Like, it clears all the chakras, but it's especially helpful for deep, important grounding. It clears the root chakra. It clears what's often called the Earth Star chakra, which is an energy center that is below our body in our aura that connects us to the earth and helps us feel embodied in our human existence. It also helps with calming an overactive mind, and it can help with balancing hormones and just in general healing old wounds, healing old stuff that's been held onto for too long. And I can't think of another more perfect stone for today as it is. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, good. So go ahead and vote on either one of those. Let me know. Again, you are not limited to just one vote. While you're voting, if you happen to be over in the chat, go ahead. If you haven't already liked the stream, please consider doing so. It really helps the algorithm and helps my channel to grow, which I'm happy to say it is growing. And yeah, and I will quickly explain what Reiki is, and then we'll come back for the healing. So as I mentioned at the top of the hour, my name's DanielleStimpson. I'm the owner and founder of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching Reiki for about 14 years. The style of Reiki I work with is known as Usui Reiki, and is named for this particular method's founder. And this style was created in the early 1920s in Japan to help folks connect with this energy practice that was part of Japanese culture since ever, in a way that was new and modern, and helped to neutralize different religious factors that would be quite at odds with the rise of imperialism under the Meiji Emperor. So this particular method or style is very much a new one, although practices of working with this energy are absolutely ancient. This particular style, Usui style, the concept of energy at the foundation of it really comes to us from the concepts of Shintoism, which is Japan's indigenous spirituality. In Shintoism, one of the main tenets is that everything has a soul. Everything is interconnected. So all of our soul energy to some extent overlaps with everyone and everything else. And I mean, when I say thing, I mean everything, like the things you are sitting on right now, that too. So this type of understanding that we all have an energy field and that there's movement between all of these things. One of the energies moving through that is known as the spiritually guided soul energy or life energy. And that's what Reiki roughly translates to mean. This particular energy isn't one that you simply get in a class. It's one that you already have in you. Your body, mind, and spirit are working with it all the time. Although training and certain parts of it can certainly amplify our connection or our awareness to it, it's one that is an innate energy that we all have access to, and our body, mind, and spirit are working with all the time. By connecting with this energy intentionally, I'm basically going to be sending you more of it. Excuse me. I'll essentially be sending you more of this energy. Your body, mind, and spirit will then use this energy to your best healing good in the moment. You may experience feelings or sensations within your physical body. You may experience emotional shifts. You may have experiences of intuition or your subconscious rising up to share something with you. Whatever it is of those or anything else, or just a really relaxing time in a nap, whatever it happens to be for you in this moment, just enjoy it. You don't have to do anything to receive Reiki. Go ahead and get into any position that feels comfortable to you. I suggest closing your eyes and just be. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You don't have to focus on anything. And yeah, all you need to do is just notice. If you find that your mind is wandering, or if you're not sure if it's intuition or logic or what's going on in your mind, just take a deep breath in and out and let it go. And just see how it feels. You're welcome to stay perfectly still or move around. If you want to use this time to reach out for your journal, your tarot cards, take some stretches, play some music, whatever you want to do, whatever feels right, this is your time to take care of yourself and to just be cared for if you'd like. During the session, I will turn the music up. You can learn more about the musical creator in the description below. She has her own YouTube channel that you can enjoy. And I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they gently move from one color to the next, but at no point will they flash or strobe. At the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come back in and invite you to take a few deep breaths and come back to your body. You're welcome to just sort of bliss out and go on your own merry way, but at that point I will open up the chat once again so you can ask any questions or share any experiences that you feel called to. So if you want to learn more about me, my online Reiki classes, community Discord, crystal shop, or social media, all of that's listed in the description below. I'm here at least 5 times a week. Regular days and times are listed in the description below. And if you subscribe with notifications on, you'll be sure to get notified about pop-up streams like we had today. And thank you so very much for being here, every single one of you. One of the factors we don't talk about as much anymore, but is definitely at play, is that of communal chi. The more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energetic potential is magnified for everyone. So simply being here and setting any intention for healing, whether you shared it aloud in the chat or not, actually helps support everyone else's potential for healing, as well as your own exponentially. So thank you for being a part of making this grid a tangible piece, a work made physically viewable of exactly that communal chi. And I couldn't be more grateful to share this healing space with all of you. So thank you for being here and enjoy the session. There's our grid. So it looks like we've got a vote for Aragonite, a vote for both, a vote for both, a vote for both, and another vote for both. So everyone with both. It's not unusual. Let's see. Let me just even this out a bit. Let's put the Cerussite here. And the Aragonite at the bottom because it is aligned with the root chakra. I think that looks great. Thank you all so much for being a part of today's grid. I hope everything goes well everywhere with all of you. Wishing for lots of peace. May all things everywhere be happy and free. And let's go ahead and join in some of that healing. So go ahead and allow yourself to be comfortable any way that makes sense to you. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the lights and the music. And I'll see you all in about 25 minutes. invite you to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to the room that you're in. Thank you so much for being here. And I've reopened the chat. If anyone would like to ask any questions or share any experiences, I invite you to do so. You're so welcome, Grace. It's so good to see you here. You're welcome, Vincent, and good night, Grace. You're so welcome, Key. Yeah, the energy, I could feel it and hear it from where I'm sitting in West Philly. It was very grateful to be sending Reiki over the last half an hour. I'm so glad that you're feeling better, Heart. Thank you so much for working the polls. Deeply appreciated. Chris, Fiad, Luna, you both are so welcome. And Susan, I'm so glad you are feeling better. Holly Huss, welcome in. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So happy to have you here and so glad that you joined us. Welcome back anytime. Yeah, and absolutely, Korakara, keep on having a wonderful birthday. I'm glad we could make some time to have some community and bring some hope and healing to each of us. Thank you all for being a part of it. And tomorrow, regular time, 4 p.m. East Coast US time, I'll be here, as well as Friday at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. and Sunday at 8 p.m. Yeah, you're so welcome. Have a wonderful night too, Fiad Luna. You're welcome, Korakar. Yeah, definitely. I'm doing my best to do some more extra streams, so if you do want to be, because my schedule is what it is, but sometimes some weeks are a little lighter than others, and I can make time for an extra stream, but I might not know until like the day of. So if you subscribe with notifications on, you'll definitely know. I usually try to put it out on the social media and in the feed here on YouTube, but sometimes we get to see those and sometimes we don't. Yeah, have a great night too, Chris. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude for each and every one of you. I hope that there's peace, there's love, there's healing, and that may all things everywhere be happy and free. Thank you for sharing this time here. I hope to see you all again soon. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.